Does God still speak today? Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling in the middle of the night, heart heavy, questions echoing in your soul? God, are you still there? Do you still speak to people like me? Or worse, have you forgotten me altogether? In a world filled with noise, phones buzzing, voices shouting, timelines overflowing, it's easy to feel like heaven has gone quiet. But what if I told you God has never stopped speaking? He's still speaking today, right now. But the problem isn't with his voice, it's with our ears. Before we go deeper, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Hold on, it's not over. We bring messages that heal, restore, and remind you you are not alone. Like, share, and drop a comment if this touches your heart. And if you'd like to support, you can now do so at buymeacoffee.com. Your kindness fuels this ministry of hope. Now, let's talk. Most people think if God speaks, it must sound like thunder from the sky, or fire from a burning bush, or an angel with wings and a trumpet in hand. But what if God is more subtle now? Not because he's distant, but because he's closer than ever. What if his voice sounds like the gentle conviction in your heart when you're about to make a wrong choice? The exact verse that finds you when you weren't even searching? The unexpected hug from someone who didn't know you were breaking inside? The sunrise that comes after a night of weeping? Sometimes his loudest voice is the quietest whisper. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman named Grace. She was a strong believer once, church on Sundays, worship on weekdays. But then she lost her husband in a car accident. Her children grew up and moved away, and slowly her prayers became shorter. Her Bible started collecting dust, and her heart, well, it felt like a silent cave. One night, as she sat alone staring at a photograph of her younger self with her husband, she whispered, "God, if you're still there, please, just say something." Nothing happened. No angel, no vision, no light from heaven. But the next morning, as she cleaned out her old bookshelf, a folded piece of paper fell out from her husband's favorite Bible. It was a letter he had written but never given her. It read, "If you're reading this, I want you to know, I've seen God carry us through more storms than we deserved. And even when I'm gone, he will carry you too. You're never alone, Grace. He still speaks, just quieter now, but always with love." She broke down. Not because the words were poetic, but because they were timely, and she knew God had spoken through a letter, through her grief, through a moment designed in heaven. That's how he works. He's not always loud, but he's always present. Friend, I want to ask you, have you stopped believing that God speaks because you stopped expecting him to? He may not split seas for you today, but he'll send a song on the radio that says what your heart couldn't. He may not write on stone tablets, but he'll send a stranger to smile at you right when you needed it most. He may not answer in the ways you thought, but he will answer. "My sheep hear my voice," Jesus said. But sometimes sheep need to quiet the pasture to hear the shepherd. So what now? Start listening again. Slow down. Open your heart. Watch for the little signs. And believe that if he spoke to Moses, to Mary, to Paul, to Hannah, he can still speak to you. You're not forgotten. You're not too broken. You're not too late. You're his. Maybe, just maybe, this message is his whisper through a video on a random day to tell you I'm still here and I still speak. Just listen. Subscribe now to Hold On It's Not Over for more words that your soul needs. Like, comment below, and share this with someone you love. Support this mission at buymeacoffee.com. Even one cup fuels the fire. And now I leave you with this question. What if God has been speaking all along, but you just weren't listening?